Kirsty TV is about the power of sharing stories that heal ourselves and heal others. My guests share their most intimate stories and lessons learned along the way. Hi guys, welcome to Kirsty TV. I am here today with two beautiful women, Lauri Burns and Stefani, who I just interviewed this morning. Lauri was sharing her story of a troubled youth from child abuse to heroin addiction to prostitution, and Stefani was sharing how she'd had a troubled childhood and had been cutting. And both of them are now mother and daughter, really. You've become a foster mum.
Yeah.
And Stefani was sharing just what a blessing it has been in her life. So I wanted to chat with both of you while we're here about that foster care system and your experience of it all. So how did you go from where you were at to becoming a foster mum?
I applied to be a foster mom when an abused child came into my life, but because of my past, they denied me, and they told me to come back 7 years later. I was so upset. I didn't even remember what they told me, but just so happens 7 years later, another abused child comes into my life, and I tend to block bad stuff out, so I kind of forgot what happened way back when. I applied again, and they said, it's been 7 years, you're a foster mom.
Yay.
And then the floodgates opened.
And that was the beginning.
Yes.
And 47 kids later now.
Yes.
Is that right?
Well, 30 in my home. I'd say total probably closer to 60 now.
Yep.
And then I just opened a 100-bed facility. So, like I said, the floodgates are open. If we add all that up, we're probably going to be at 160 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So,
Stefani, what does it mean to you to finally be in a great home environment?
It means a lot. A lot. You know, it's not something that I ever thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
And you feel loved and protected and taken care of?
Yeah, I do.
So you got into being a foster mum, but now you've developed like a 100-bed facility and you have plans for world domination. And
yeah.
So what was going on in the foster care system that just shocked and surprised you when you started to find out?
Well, I was like 18 kids in by the time I found out what was really going on in the foster care system. So I had 18 foster children in my home that were teenagers that I brought in. And I had this huge family starting. My daughter Summer wrote her personal story for Columbia, and she wrote about her 17 sisters that she had grown up with. It was about that time that I was offered a position on the advisory board for our county. And that's when I found out the kids are leaving foster care to homelessness all over our nation. 25,000 kids a year going homeless.
So this is, they turn 18, they're no longer getting the
D-Day,
paycheck.
right?
And so then the families are saying, see you later.
The families sometimes need the money. In many cases, they need the money. And they're really supposed to be self-sustaining, but with 90,000 foster kids here, how many foster parents do you know?
Yeah, none.
Right. That's the answer from about 99% of the people
So
I
we
ask.
need more foster parents.
Right.
And we need foster parents who, like you, truly feel that this is their child.
Yeah.
Not someone they're just taking in for a year or two and then when they're 18, see you later.
Correct.
Just like your own child, you would help them get a job, get a car, contribute to the family.
Yeah.
So what is your plan going forward? What do you want to change?
Well, first of all, you know, we're addressing the wounded, so we're taking in all the kids we can take that are out on the street as if it's a war. You know, we're taking in the wounded and we're treating them, but we have to end the war. That's the bottom line. So my mission is to educate people in our community, because most people don't know foster kids are going homeless. They just think, oh, they're in a foster home, everything's better, right? And the kids are like, foster kids have this rep that they think they're bad kids. Look at Stefani, she's an angel.
Yeah.
I get more from my girls,
Yeah.
my family, my kids, than I could ever give to them. I mean, could you imagine? When you picture foster kid in your mind, most people think of this bad kid that's like in all kinds of trouble and you're gonna have all these things to deal with, and you don't, I hear people say all the time, well, I don't know, I have a little one, I don't want them to influence it. Are you kidding? Really? Seriously?
And do you still stay in contact with a lot of the kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So my kids that are at the house now meet the kids that used to be there that now drop in.
Yeah.
So it's just
To see mum.
Yeah.
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 And do you feel like Lauri is your mum?
I do.
Yeah. It's no different for you, that relationship. She provides everything that you ever needed.
Yeah, she's the closest thing I'm going to have to a mom, and she's given me what my mom couldn't, you know, a home, a room, a car, a safe place to sleep, food.
A car.
Yeah, to get to school and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you found each other, and I'm so glad that you get to have that experience of what a loving mum is. And I'm so glad for all of the work that I'm grateful to you that
Thank
you help
you.
so many in our community and you help girls heal. If you want to get involved and you want to be a foster mum, or you want to find a way that you can volunteer or contribute, if you're in the LA community or even in the world, there's plenty of places that need help. So Google and find out what is close to you and how you can help. I look forward to seeing you next time on Kirsty TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel below and Facebook and tweet us what you're thinking.
The day that really struck me was my mom was doing cocaine right in front of me, and I was in her bedroom. And I just told her, I was like, I want my mom back. And she was so high.